What is up, guys? Today I will have an ultimate comparison of the two devices, brand new devices actually. It's Ninebot F3 Pro versus Ninebot E3 Pro. So let's compare all those two versions right now in 2026 and which one should you buy right now. Actually, I have both of them. I tried them out for a long time and I can compare. So firstly, visually, let's compare how it looks like. Actually, as you see, both of them have the electronic engine at the back. One of them is smaller, one bigger. Also, both of them has suspension, front and back, but also different style. The back one, as you see, is very similar one. But the front one is different. Also, its style itself, it's also similar, but Ninebot F3 Pro is higher, obviously. Also, you see how it looks like from the front, very comparable. The screen, of course, better than F3 Pro. And let's compare what we have. So firstly, let's start with Ninebot E3 Pro. The engine, it has 400 watt and peak is 800 watt versus 550 watt for F3 Pro and 1200 watt in a peak for F3 Pro. The battery capacity, both, one of them has 46 volt, is F3, and E3 has 36 volt, and the watt hours here, 477 watt hour for F3 Pro and 368 for E3 Pro. So the difference around 25% in a battery capacity, in a range up to 70 kilometers versus up to 55 kilometers. So it's around like 20-25% difference. Maximum speed, actually it's 25, but you can unlock it to 32 or even 35 for F3 Pro. Actually 35 is better, of course. The maximum inline slope is angle, let's call it 22-24% for F3, and it's around 18% for E3 Pro actually. So up to 18 and up to 24, it's a big difference. Also the weight, the load here on E3 Pro, it's around 100 kilogram advertised, and the weight is 8.5 kilogram versus F3 Pro, which is 19.3, so 1 kilogram higher for F3 Pro, and up to 120 kilograms a load. The display, of course, the display is much better, brighter. Also, it has two headlights. Also, you see it's brighter. The display's colors finally 2 to 4 inches versus standard LED display. The braking system, so both of them has electronic brake on the back, and the front brake actually only here we have the front drum brakes versus dual disc brakes, so front and back. All those you see, I don't know what's wrong with this, doesn't shine that bright, let's say, maybe need to change it, but working still good. Although 10 inches self-sealing tubeless tires on both. Hydraulic brakes, suspension, as I mentioned, both. Also IPX6 for body, IPX7 for battery for F3, and IPX5 for body, IPX7 for battery for E3. So actually those scooters are very similar and at the same time not that similar, because E version is actually budget version, and I got it second hand for around like $400, and I got F3 also second hand for around $500. So the difference is also around 20%, and all the characteristics actually also on 20% better on F3. But it depends what you are searching for. For a kid, for a lady, if you are lightweight, E3 Pro can cover all your things. Also, if you're not that big, as you see, you are not planning to ride like 2-person, one bike, actually it's covering all the expenses. Also, the new one costs around $600 versus $800 for F3. Also, the difference is quite big, like $200. But actually, you got both new scooters, you have very comparable characteristics, and it's still good. But if you prefer advanced one with a new screen, or you have maybe F2 and you want to upgrade, or even previous version like Max G30, actually this device will be like really ultimate device for you. I ride it, I really enjoy riding it every day, and the screen, you have navigation here, suspension is perfect, and in general how fast it is and reliable. So I really like the F3 model, especially after my F2 Plus. And you can link in the description below, write your comment which one you prefer. As for me, of course, if you're on budget, you have no choice, you take E3, but if you have more money, I suggest to buy F3 Pro. Alright, basically that's pretty much it. Thank you for watching, put the thumbs up and see you next time.